All right, everybody, it's day 46 of the 154-day work week. And, the whole purpose of this, like I said, is for me to try to uphold a commitment to add value every day here through this, but also be with you as we work through this 154-day work week. And the thought, again, of having the 154 days there is that really it's almost working. It's going to feel like you're working every single day for the 154 days. And that brings us right until our July 8th proximal. And if you do it, you're going to get to enjoy that weekend of summer, which is, in our world, that last 6 weeks. If not, you might need to have to work that weekend. And for me, again, is to try to add value. So what I'm going to do, instead of a fun fact today, I'm going to share a podcast that I've listened to. It's taken me a few days here to get through it, but I'll share it with you on one condition, I guess, that you don't listen to it during prime calling hours. So if you're listening to this podcast, instead of PC calling, you gotta promise me that you'll turn it off. But I thought it was super interesting. It's a Tony Robbins podcast, but it's really around leadership and what makes a good captain and what makes for a really good and consistently good team. So I'll share it with you. Again, I found it really interesting. It took me a few days to get through because it is about an hour and a half, but hopefully that'll add some value. And and I guess make you think a little bit differently about what actually makes a good, sustainable leader. And my thought for today for you is about consistency. It's not really connected. It's a bit different from that, but I think it's so important to be doing something for your business every single day that you can. What consistency, in my opinion, does is consistency creates a routine. If you're doing something constantly, you're going to create a routine, and routines create habits. So what reality is happening is that no matter what you're doing, it means if you're not doing things consistently, if you're not putting time and energy into the business, you're creating and forming that habit of not putting that time and energy in. You'll have that habit. It's going to be really, really tough to break. But if you can create the habit of doing something big, small, but at least doing something every day for the business, you're going to create a great routine and some great habits for the season. So that's my thoughts. Consistency. Think about in your life, what are the things that you do consistently? How have they formed routines for you, and have those routines formed habits? Do that same thing with the business, and it's going to go a long, long way for you. So that's my thoughts for today. It's day 46 of the 154-day work week. Remember, you guys can do anything for a week. We'll see you tomorrow.